is immunological tolerance. What happens when there is loss of tolerance, and what is autoimmunity? Immunological tolerance is basically specific unresponsiveness to an antigen which is induced by exposure of specific lymphocytes to that particular antigen response, whereas the response against other antigen is normal. Is it clear? I repeat, specific
Yes.
Immunological tolerance is basically specific unresponsiveness to an antigen which is induced by exposure of specific lymphocytes to that specific antigen, whereas the response of those lymphocytes against rest of the antigen is normal. Tolerogen is an antigen which induces tolerance, whereas immunogen is an antigen which induces an immune response. In normal healthy individual, the immune system maintains an immunological equilibrium. It causes activation of effector cells like T cells and B cells to produce reaction against foreign pathogens in the form of which invades the body in the form of helminths, infections, parasites. But on the same time, the immune system is responsible to maintain tolerance by directing a controlled response against that pathogens and bypassing or avoiding any unwanted response against self-antigen. So this is the normal immunological equilibrium which is maintained by the immune system. What happens in tolerance? Basically, the tolerance is again mediated by adaptive immune system. And we all know the main cells of adaptive immune systems are
Mammary cells.
sorry. What are the cells of adaptive cells? T cells and
B cells.
T and B
cells.
and
B cells.
T and B lymphocytes. So this because tolerance is a state of unresponsiveness against specific antigen, and it is induced by previous exposure to that antigen. Basically it depends on the first encounter with the antigen, and it prevents body to elicit any immune attack against the self antigens. And basically the mechanisms of tolerance starts during the development of an individual, and each and every individual learns via different mechanism which we will be discussing in subsequent slide how to discriminate between self and non-self antigens. So this is the main point which helps in maintaining tolerance, and these adequate or tolerance mechanism prevents inflammatory reaction against which are the foreign antigens to harm the self antigens. Tolerance depend upon the stage of lymphocytes at which the antigen first encounters, the site of encounter where antigen is exposed to the developing lymphocytes, nature of cells which is presenting the antigenic epitopes, number of lymphocytes which are responding, and the microenvironment. also plays, like cytokines and friends, adhesion molecules. They all play an important role in maintaining tolerance.
Excuse me for interruption. Dr. Aisha Shamyal, please mute.
So basically, immature or developing lymphocytes are more susceptible to tolerance induction than mature one. But in certain special conditions, mature tolerance may be induced in mature lymphocyte after exposure to that foreign antigen. T lymphocytes tolerance is particularly both B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte tolerance is there, but T lymphocyte tolerance is effective for the long-lived unresponsiveness against self-antigens. Broadly, the mechanisms of tolerance are divided into clonal deletion, in which self-reacting lymphocytes are eliminated from the body via apoptosis. Then there are mechanism of clonal energy. Energy means that there is down-regulating the intrinsic mechanism which are responsible for an immune response, and the blood second signal or cell activation we'll learn in subsequent slide. And last but not the least comes the role of immune suppression via regulatory T cells. In previous lecture, I told you there were different types of helper CD4 helper T cells, Th1, Th2, and we also talked about regulatory T cells. These cells are basically differentiated on the basis of the cell surface molecules, like regulatory T cell is a CD4 positive, CD25 positive T lymphocyte. It contains high expression of CD25, and these markers help to differentiate between different types of T cells. Few words about regulatory T cells. They develop in thymus and also in peripheral tissues. What is their function? Basically, they block the activation of self-reacting lymphocytes. They contain high expression of CD25, which is basically interleukin 2 receptor alpha chain, and they secrete how they suppress the immune response. The question arises. Any idea? What do you think they must be doing to suppress an immune response? Any idea? Any guess?
By interleukin 10 and TGF beta.
Why?
Interleukin 10 and TGF beta.
Very good. Regulatory T cells suppress immune responses with the help of certain inhibitory cytokines. There is a list of cytokines. Some promote inflammation, some are anti-inflammatory, some suppress immune response. The regulatory T cells secrete interleukin 10 and transforming growth factor beta, which they dampen the immune response. And they may also inhibit lymphocytes and macrophages by direct cell-to-cell contact. So these are different mechanisms by which they causes they dampen the immune response. What will happen if the regulatory T cells become defective? What would be the consequences? Autoimmune. Very good. Because regulatory T cells plays an important role to suppress the immune response against self antigens. So deficiency, if we exclude or make an individual deficient of regulatory T cells, then that individual will be prone for the development of autoimmune disorders, because the check and balance will no longer be there, and the lymphocyte will respond excessively against the self antigens and will end up with the autoimmune disorders. And we have already discussed about interleukin 10 and transforming immune.
शीमा आतिफ प्लीज म्यूट कर लें.
Sorry.
Tolerance is broadly classified into central and peripheral. Central occurs in central lymphoid organs, whereas peripheral occur in peripheries. Peripheral lymphoid organs. What are central lymphoid organs? Name them.
Thymus.
Bone marrow.
Very good. Thymus and bone marrow are central lymphoid organs. And what are peripheral lymphoid organs?
T cell and B cell. Lymph nodes.
Tonsils,
clear patches.
Exactly. Very good. They all are
Layers of patches.
lymphoid aggregations anywhere in the body. They constitute peripheral lymphoid organs, and the main mechanisms are clonal deletion in central, and when we talk about peripheral, the energy, cell death, and immune deviation.
Ma'am, can you tell a little bit about energy, like how the mechanism is developed for energy?
We'll discuss this in detail in next slides.
Okay, thank you.
Central tolerance occurs in central lymphoid organs, which are bone marrow, thymus. Basically, which cells? It occurs in immature cells because self-reactive lymphocytes recognize ubiquitous self-antigens during their development. Whereas, in contrast, peripheral tolerance is induced in peripheral organs, and this occurs in mature self-reactive lymphocyte, which encounter tissue-specific self-antigens under particular conditions. This is a beautiful diagram. If you want to revise tolerance, this diagram have everything in it. It will help you to memorize the whole concept of tolerance. Here you can see what is this. The very first cell is a lymphoid precursors. Lymphoid precursors differentiate into both B and T cells. These reddish are B cells, T cells, and these purplish are B cells. So what happens here on the top panel, it is the mechanisms of central tolerance are described, which takes place in generative lymphoid organs, while the lower panel describes peripheral tolerance in peripheral tissues. When these immature lymphocytes recognize self-antigens, then what should be the fate? Should they be allowed to move to the periphery? Are they safe?
No, ma'am.
No, because when they will enter into the peripheral tissue, they will react against self-antigen and will destroy, will lead to autoimmunity. So these developing immature lymphocytes, when they recognize self-antigens, either they die by apoptosis. What is apoptosis?
Programmed cell death.
Very good. Programmed cell death. Or they may undergo, if we talk about T cells, they may develop into regulatory T cells, which again becomes safe. And if we talk about B cells, then there is a mechanism of receptor editing, which makes this B cells change their receptors, so they won't be no longer be recognizing self-antigen. And this how it will become safe. Are you getting my point? Every B cell have a specific receptor which bind to specific antigen. If this B cell is binding against self-antigens, if the B cell change the affinity or the binding capacity of its receptor, then it will not bind with the self-antigen, and then it will be safe. So it only takes place in B cells. So these are the mechanism of cellular tolerance. Either they die, in B cells they change their receptor by specificity, by receptor editing, or if we talk about T cells, they may develop into regulatory T cells. Is it clear? Okay. Once they have gone through this check and balance system, now the immature cells have, only those immature lymphocytes which are safe, which do not react against self-antigens, will move towards the peripheral tissues. And here they have converted into mature lymphocytes. Again, Mature lymphocytes, they will encounter during their circulation within the body, they will encounter self-antigen, isn't it? On encountering self-antigens, they again may die by apoptosis, deleted, or they may undergo energy, or they may develop into regulatory T cell. These are the mechanism of peripheral tolerance.
मैम ये जरा
Because-
रिपीट कर.
Okay. See, because the tolerance is very important, so there are two checkpoints. One is central tolerance and one is peripheral tolerance. Developing lymphocytes, when they encounter self-antigens, either they die, both B and T cells. If T cells may develop into regulatory T cells, and B cells may change their receptor, and they no longer be reactive against self-antigen. Clear? Now, after this stage, those lymphocytes will move to peripheral tissue. They will be a mature lymphocytes. But certain antigens appear late, like testicular antigens. They develop late in the adulthood life. So even during peripheral, mature lymphocytes may encounter certain self-antigens even after maturing. So when they recognize self-antigen, they will die by apoptosis. Both T and B cells, they may develop energy, which make them unresponsive against self-antigens, or they may develop into regulatory T cells. So these are the mechanism of peripheral tolerance. So we'll discuss them in more detail in next slide. Is it clear up till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, clear.
Yes, ma'am. So consequences of self-antigen recognition in thymus. Basically, tolerance T cells play an important role in the development of tolerance. In thymus, immature T cells specific for self-antigens, when they recognize self-antigens, they will die by apoptosis. This is known as negative selection. And some T cells, when they encounter self-antigens, we have already discussed, they will develop into regulatory T cells. Now they are safe, they can move towards the peripheral tissue. Again, in peripheral tissue, if they recognize self-antigen the same, they may die by apoptosis, or they maintain the regulatory cell functions and suppress the immune system. Now the question arises, how and why self-antigens appear in thymus? Why and how self-antigens are expressed in the thymus, isn't it? Thymus has their own antigens, but certain genes known as autoimmune regulatory gene is a regulator of transcription. This gene, what it does, it stimulates the expression of self-antigens in the thymus. Most of the self-antigens which are present in the body and peripheral tissue, the function of this AIRE, autoimmune regulatory gene, is that it make the peripheral self-antigens available. Most of the self-antigens which are present in the periphery, they make them available in the thymus tissue, so that developing lymphocytes recognize them. If the developing lymphocytes will not recognize self, then how they would be able to differentiate between self and non-self? Are you getting my point? So this gene expresses the most of the self-antigens which are present in the periphery and make them available in the thymus, so that the developing T cells recognize them, and in future, when they mature, they are able to differentiate between self-antigen and foreign antigen, and they will not react against self-antigens because they have learned tolerance, and they have know that it is self, and they are not responsible to react against those antigens. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is called negative selection. When self-reactive T cells bind self-antigen, they go apoptosis, and failure of this negative regulation will result in T cells which are responsive against self antigens, and once they move to the periphery, they will definitely bind to those antigens, and this will lead to the autoimmunity. What self antigens are seen in the thymus? Ubiquitous cell associated and circulating proteins. And the thymus, as I have already mentioned, has a special mechanism via AIRE gene for displaying peripheral tissue antigens in thymic medullary epithelial cells, where they signal self-reactive thymocytes for death to maintain tolerance. What will happen if something goes wrong with AIRE gene? What would be the consequence if I mutate autoimmune regulatory gene? What will
Chronic
happen?
candidiasis infections,
Sorry?
chronic mucocutaneous candidiasis infection because of T cell dysfunction and impaired cell mediated immunity.
Fair enough. But what will actually happen? What will lack in the thymus? Mutation of autoimmune.
Exposure to self antigens.
Very good.
So,
Excellent
negative.
answer. This is very, very good. So, mutation in autoimmune regulatory gene will result in absence of self antigens in the thymus. What will result? The developing lymphocytes will no longer recognize self antigens. They won't learn tolerance. Once they reach the periphery, they will start reacting against the self antigens, and the patient will ultimately end up with autoimmune disorder. Is it clear? So, studies have shown that knockout mice develop autoantibodies against multiple endocrine organs, and because of failure to express many self antigens in the thymus and failure of negative selection. And in humans, it is postulated that mutation of autoimmune regulatory gene results in a disease known as APSID, which is basically autoimmune polyendocrinopathy, candidiasis, and ectodermal dysplasia, also called autoimmune polyendocrine syndrome. And it is associated with the AIRE mutation in autoimmune regulatory gene. Is it clear till now? This is just an example to show what happens in a mouse where you lack autoimmune regulatory gene, and what are the in humans the AIRE mutation will result in autoimmune polyendocrine syndrome because of absence of multiple antigens expression in the thymus environment. So this was all about central tolerance. Are you clear? What were the mechanism? Central tolerance mechanism?
Apoptosis.
Very good. And?
Negative selection.
Very good. And?
Deletion.
Same. Very good. And? In B cells, what happens?
Receptor editing.
Receptor editing and development of
T cell lymphocyte.
regularity.
T cell
All
lymphocyte.
about central tolerance. So these were the mechanisms of central tolerance, and how self antigens are expressed in the developing self antigens are expressed in the thymus environment, and how the mature or developing lymphocytes recognize self antigens, and what are the consequences of when these immature lymphocytes recognize self antigens. Is it clear till now? This was all about
Yes, it's clear.
This was all about central tolerance. Now, what is peripheral tolerance? What are the mechanisms of peripheral tolerance? This is the normal immune response. Whenever there is a pathogen, the antigen is expressed to the T cells via which molecule?
T cell
Antigen.
receptor.
Sorry,
T cell receptor. TCR.
TCR is
Antigen
the
presenting cells.
antigen presenting cells present antigen to T cells via MHC molecules, right?
CD28.
And these are co-stimulatory molecules.
B7.
B7 and CD28 are co-stimulatory molecules, and this results in a effector and development of effector and memory cell. This is the normal immune mechanism, right? For a normal immune mechanism, we require two signals. This is antigen presenting cell and this is T helper T cells. MHC molecules present antigen to T cell receptor. This is signal 1. In the presence of pathogens, stimulatory molecules develop on the surface of antigen presenting cells, which are B7 and CD28 on T cell. And this is signal 2. So, the immune system requires two signals for an immune response. Is it clear? This is the normal immune mechanism. What is energy? Lack of signal 2. Or basically, signal 1 is present, antigen presenting cell presenting antigen to CD cells, but absence of co-stimulatory molecules result in tolerance or energy, because both signals require for an immune response. Is it clear? This is the concept of energy. It means
Yes.
that
Clear.
the immune response against that antigen will not take place. This happens with self-antigens. Normally, MHC molecules do not appear on cell surface alone. They always appear with an antigen, and most of the time they are self-antigen. So they present the self-antigens to T cells, but they lack second signal, which occurs in the presence of foreign pathogens. So they develop tolerance, and therefore the T cells do not react against the self-antigen. This is called energy is results from lack of signal 2. Is it clear? Normal response, first signal, B7 molecules and CD28, proliferation and differentiation of activated T cells result in immune response and to eliminate the invading foreign antigen. Energy, antigen recognition without co-stimulation. Is it clear? So we were talking about the peripheral T cell tolerance. This is the normal immune mechanism. In energy is one of the mechanism of peripheral tolerance in which lack of second signal is present, which results in functional unresponsiveness. Another is suppression via regulatory T cells. They dampen the immune response by direct cell adhesion contact or by secreting inhibitory cytokines. What are inhibitory cytokines? What are the inhibitory cytokines of regulatory T cells?
Interleukin 10.
Sorry?
Interleukin 10.
Very good. And other?
TGF beta.
Very good. And last but not the least, deletion, negative selection, deletion by apoptosis. So these three are the mechanisms of peripheral tolerance. Is it clear?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
ask if something is not clear. Concept of tolerance is clear up till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, central and peripheral tolerance. Here, self-reactive lymphocytes, when they encounter self-antigens, either they go program cell death or they change their receptors, which is called receptor editing, which make them no longer responsive against self-antigens. Now, this population is safe. They move towards peripheral tissues. In periphery tissue, if they encounter self-antigen, they may undergo energy, or they may go apoptosis or programmed cell death. So this is central and peripheral tolerance in B cells. So tolerance occurs both in T cells and B cells, and there is a slight difference of mechanisms in which is the single difference between the B tolerance in B and T cells. Can anyone?
Mature and immature lymphocytes.
It occurs in both immature and mature T and B cells undergo mechanisms of tolerance. Any other difference?
Energy.
It also affects
Mechanisms are different.
which mechanism is different?
Like energy, apoptosis, those processes
B-cell
are
editing.
different.
Sorry?
Ma'am, B cell editing and receptor T cells.
B cell
Central.
receptor editing occurs in
Central
B cell.
tolerance. Central tolerance.
In T cells?
In B cells.
In B cells. And what is the difference between T cells?
These are the regulatory T cells.
They develop into regulatory T cells. Very good. Excellent. So, is it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, we have discussed all then. What is the difference between immunological tolerance and immunodeficiency and immunosuppression? Anyone? What is the basic difference?
Ma'am, tolerance is something that is developed over time, while immunodeficiency is there, and immunosuppression can be because of different reasons like drugs, chemicals, or
Fair enough. Any other main difference? What is the one main difference?
Immunosuppression is the immune response to antigen, suppression of immune response, and immunodeficiency is the deficiency of production of humoral or immunity.
I ask you single. What is the single difference between the two?
And tolerance.
Antigen difference.
Yes, very good. Antigen difference. What is the antigen difference? Very good.
डेफिशिएंसी जो है वो किसी एंटीजन के लिए नहीं होती, सबके लिए होती है. सप्रेशन जो है वो डैम्पेंड रिस्पांस होता है, और टॉलरेंस होती है सेल्फ एंटीजन के लिए होती है.
Very good. Excellent. Tolerance is highly specific, whereas immunodeficiency and immunosuppression is non-specific. We all know immunodeficiency is any condition where there is deficiency in the production of humoral cell-mediated immunity, and it is non-specific to antigen. समझ रहे हैं? यानी B cell deficiency होगी तो सारे B cells की deficiency होगी irrespective of the antigen. T cell deficiency होगी तो सारे T cell deficiency irrespective of antigen. Same is true for immunosuppression. When we immunosuppress, majority of the cells of the immune system are suppressed, and they do not differentiate between the self and non-self antigens. We suppress the immune system, for example, in transplant organs, but on the same time, the normal immune mechanisms are also suppressed. This is the difference. Whereas the tolerance is highly specific. If a T cell, for example, is tolerant to one specific antigen, then it would have a normal immune response against other antigens. This is the difference. Are you getting my point? So this is how we differentiate. Immunological tolerance is highly specific, and these are the differences between the immunological tolerance, immunodeficiency, and immunosuppression. Then there are certain immunological privileged sites in the body where foreign antigens or even tissue grafts will not elicit an immune response. And it means that in those sites, even if the foreign antigen enters, normally if any foreign antigen enters into our body, then there is an immune response against that antigen, isn't it? But certain sites, are like brain, eye, testis, uterus, which allows half of the paternal fetus to develop in the maternal uterus. So these are immunological privileged sites. Why? What could be the reason behind?
Ma'am, TGF beta.
Because of the barriers they have.
Yes. Different theories are there
Due to barriers.
due to different immunosuppressive cytokines. Most common is transforming growth factor beta, and they make these sites, tolerant, and even a foreign graft tissue will not elicit an immune response, and this allows the fetus to grow without any opposition. So basically, Owen was first observed these immunological tolerance to allogenic antigen in 1945, and basically he pointed out how induction of immunological tolerance to antigen occurs in fetal period, especially during neonate period. Here you can see this is mouse strain B, and this is mouse strain A. It is a newborn strain mouse A. Few cells of strain B was injected in the mouse A in the newborn period. What happens after 6 weeks, when the mouse has matured enough, the skin was grafted in the mouse strain A. What do you think? It will be accepted or rejected? What will be the outcome? Why?
रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा मैम, रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा.
ठीक है, फेयर इनफ. आप अगर एक्सेप्ट कह रहे हैं, क्यों कह रहे हैं? रिजेक्ट कह रहे हैं, क्यों कह रहे हैं? व्हाट इज द बेसिस?
मैम क्योंकि फीटल पीरियड में जो है वो एक्सपोज ही नहीं हुआ अभी. जैसे ये न्यू एक्सपोज होगा तो वो रिएक्शन डेवलप करेगा, रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा.
आप सही कह रहे हैं, जस्टिफिकेशन इज राइट, क्योंकि इन माउस ए बी सेल्स वर इंजेक्टेड, सो द डेवलपिंग माइस sensed these strain B cells as self, and the skin graft will not be rejected. B graft will survive. On the other hand, अगर 6 वीक में मैं सी माउस स्ट्रेन सी का ग्राफ करूंगी तो इट विल बी रिजेक्टेड, क्योंकि अब तो ये बड़ा हो गया ना. अब अगर आप इसमें इंजेक्ट करेंगे तो इट विल नॉट बी रिकॉग्नाइज एज सेल्फ. अर्ली पीरियड में क्योंकि उसने उसे इंजेक्ट किया था तो वो सेल्फ. तो ये these experiments basically proved that how basically tolerance develops during the early development of an individual, and if any antigen is entered during the development, then it will be recognized as self, and when the subsequent encounter with the same antigen will be perceived as self, whereas later on it will not be accepted. Like, is it clear? समझ आ रहा है?
मैम एक दफा फिर रिपीट कीजिए.
अच्छा, ओके. ये स्ट्रेन माउस ए है, ये माउस ए है, ये न्यू बॉर्न था, ठीक है. आपने क्या किया? स्ट्रेन बी माउस के सेल्स इंजेक्ट किए, इंजेक्टेड सेल्स ड्यूरिंग द डेवलपमेंट. आफ्टर 6 weeks आपने इंजेक्टेड same B strain mouse, you injected the skin graft, then it will not be rejected because the developing strain B में reject नहीं होगा, but the same graft from skin C will be rejected because the developing mouse strain A receive the cells of B during development, and against those the antigens of B, mouse strain B, tolerance develop, which lead to the acceptance of the graft, whereas the C graft was rejected.
Okay, ma'am.
Fair?
Ma'am, but does this situation applies like in every scenario? For example, some intolerances for food are developed later in life, and while later in life, like if we take example of allergy shots, we can induce tolerance for different antigens over a period of time. So I don't think that this applies like in every scenario.
Very true, but you cannot compare the two. The allergy shot, pathogenesis of allergy, the pathophysiology of allergy shot is entirely different from that of tolerance. Here, what happens, these experiments are just, confirming what we have read in previous slides, that developing, if antigen, is introduced during development period, it will be recognized as self as compared to the antigen which is encountered later in adult life. So these experiments are only proving what we have already read. As far as allergy shots are concerned, it is entirely different. In that, what we do, we induce a small amount of allergen over a period of time, and we modulate the immune system, and the immune system modulation in the E to IgG. And IG, because the mast cells don't have receptors for IgG, they will not lead to mast cell degranulation and allergy sign and symptom. So there is a big difference. Don't please get confused and mix the two. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am, it's clear now.
Okay.
डॉक्टर सबात और टाइम चाहिए आपको?
Yes, ma'am.
People are asking for a break.
Okay. So
अभी है स्लाइड देखने चलते
we have slides.
जल्दी जल्दी करें.
Okay. So these were what are the factors which affect tolerance or physical form of the antigen? Basically, large aggregated complex molecules favors immune response, whereas soluble aggregate free molecules favor tolerance. Route of injection matters. Subcutaneous or intramuscularly injected antigen favors immune response, whereas orally it is tolerance. Dose of antigen is required for optimal dose is required for immune response, whereas very large or very small dose is required for tolerance. So these are basically, gross differences. Then, what are the age of responding animal? For immune response developed in fully differentiated organism in newborn, if antigen is encountered, then tolerance develops. Right? Now, energy we have already discussed. Future application of tolerance: to induce immunological tolerance, prevent the rejection of organ transplant and xenografts, to treat autoimmune diseases, and to treat allergic disorders. So tolerance will be favorable against autoimmune disorders, allergic disorders, and organ transplant rejection. And we do not want, or termination of tolerance is required to treat cancers, where we require both signals, and to treat infectious disease. Autoimmune disease, we all know immune response against self-antigens. They are heterogeneous. More than 50 have yet recognized, but this is increasing. The number is increasing. Global prevalence is 3 to 5%. Depends on genetic susceptibility, environmental factors, hormonal factors, more prevalent in females, immune dysregulation. Pathogenesis depend on susceptibility genes, and then failure of tolerance is there, which results in tissue injury, inflammation, activation of self-reactive lymphocytes, and effector T cells. So, aberrant gene expression lead to immune dysregulation, breakdown of immunological tolerance. Genetic factors, HLA genes, non-HLA genes are involved. Environmental factors, drugs can provoke an autoimmune disorder in predisposed individuals. Infection, smoking, hormones. So what happens during infection? Local innate immune response elicit, which produces co-stimulatory molecules, which causes stimulation of self-reactive cells, which leads to breakdown of energy. And in certain cases, molecular mimicry, when the immune system is against microbial antigens, but they also cross-react with self-antigens. And release of sequestered antigens, which were present in immunological privileged sites, broadly divided into organ-specific and non-organ specific autoimmune diseases like vitiligo, autoimmune cytopenias, gastrointestinal tract, systemic lupus erythematosus, scleroderma, celiac disease. Diagnosis: No single test can diagnose an autoimmune disorder. You need to have detailed history, physical examination, blood tests, including immunological tests, radiological imaging, and histopathological findings. Autoimmune markers help in diagnosing and disease monitoring. So, receptor editing is a feature of, quickly,
Beta cell. B
Syndrome.
cells.
different types of immunological tolerance are.
Central and peripheral.
Central and peripheral.
What are different types of autoimmune diseases broadly?
Like names, ma'am?
Autoimmune diseases are broadly classified into organ specific and non-organ specific.
Non-organ specific.
Examples, few examples.
SLE, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes.
Okay, so these are the references, cellular and molecular immunology, and thank you. Any question?
Thank you, Dr. Sabad, for
You're
your
welcome.
excellent lecture and cooperation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.
Let's have a break. We'll be back at 11:30, inshallah. And Dr. Sabianis is there, waiting.
अच्छे कमेंट आ रहे हैं।